Please don't cry.
Just so.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Studio Talks. My name is Baran Bashimi, and I will be host for tonight's show. And I have a blast with me today. There you go, Nisa Jaylan, Zoe Adams, Diana Rossi, and Suri Kuku. Welcome, guys. We have a very gloomy weather in Amsterdam tonight, but our guests are like sunshine for us, right?
That's true.
How are you guys doing?
Fine.
Fine?
You?
I'm great. I watch all of your bloopers, trailers, and productions. They're amazing. So I just wanted to congratulate you guys on that because it's such a hard work.
Thank you so much.
You're
Thanks.
welcome. I know. And then the first thing first, I want to start with you, sorry, because I lived in Abu Dhabi for a while and there was no identity in clothes. And I saw your production and I watched your trailer. And I kind of fell in love with it. I will subscribe to it. I will just sell my soul to it, you know?
You
And yeah, I just want to watch your trailer right now.
Yes, let's do it.
Let's do it.
I'm honestly not quite sure whether my clothing or my fashion represents my gender identity because I'm not even sure of my own gender identity.
Hi, my name is Jerome Chang.
My name's Sori.
My name is Cholshin.
I grew up wearing a lot of vintage clothing, specifically from Japan, because where I live, South Korea, we get a lot of bulk vintage shipments from Japan. I grew up wearing brands such as Issey Miyake, Undercover, Number 9, etc., the iconic Japanese brands.
Because I'm not even sure of my own gender identity because sometimes I feel more female, sometimes I feel more androgynous, and it really switches day by day.
I think to me fashion is just wearing whatever is like comfortable for you and just, the ability to just have that like freedom. I think that's just like the most important thing with fashion. Yeah, it just all comes down to personal preference, comfort, and so on.
I think that's enough, right?
Well, I just want to ask, this is a great project, but as a maker, what is fashion to you?
To me, fashion is more about expressing myself because if I'm not wearing what I like or what I feel comfortable in, I'm not gonna feel good. So I always try, even when I'm at home, to dress up for myself, to really feel like I'm doing something, like I'm productive. So if I'm wearing what I like, then I'll feel good about it.
Yeah, and then can you talk about the show's format a little bit?
Yeah. So for the most part, the show is made up of an interview section to really get to know the participants and their fashion sense, their style. And then to complement that, we made the participants do a challenge to style a black shirt with their own fashion sense. And yeah, we took a lot of inspiration from YouTube channels like Cut, Jubilee, where they take participants and put them in front of like a more bland background, make them do challenges, lineups, and talk about specific topics, you know. And in our case, our topic was fashion and identity.
All right. And then majorly you ask questions in the show, right?
Yes.
But what was the most exciting or different answer or interesting answer that you got?
Interestingly enough, I thought the answers for the show were going to be more simple, but one of our participants, Jerome, he mentioned how when he was growing up, his parents dressed him in a lot of Japanese fashion brands that have now become more high-end fashion brands like Issey Miyake, Number 9, etc. And I found it really interesting because, he was talking about how this influenced his style until now. And he still buys from, vintage stores and tries to curate his closet. So that was really interesting, actually. Yeah.
All right, and then I have a question because I think it's really interesting that fashion is just so connected with identity and it tells so much about who you are in general, and we are in a talk show, so I'll just ask this question to everyone. How would you describe your fashion, Diana?
Well, fashion is just everything to me. I am fashion. Fashion is me. That's just, it's just life. Yeah.
I mean, I wanted to ask this question to you specifically at first because you came in studio and then I just couldn't look at you because you were shining.
Are you talking about this thing?
Yes, I'm talking about that
Well,
thing.
this is really nothing special, actually. It's just the first thing I found this morning. But yeah, I like to be classic, bougie, it's just.
Are you pulling I wake up like this to me?
Well, clearly, yeah.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, how about you, Zoe?
Well, clearly I didn't wake up like this. In comparison, I would say that I'm more simple. My fashion style is more simple, but more to the bohemian / edgy sense of fashion. But yeah, always mostly wearing black and.
Well, you look great in black, so there's
Thank
nothing
you.
wrong with that. How about you, Zoe?
Well, as I said in my production, I'm the local hot grandma.
Local hot grandma.
I'm the local hot grandma, yes.
That's also me.
That's
Yeah.
you too.
We
No,
really
look
matched
at me.
today,
You guys find our matches.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
I also loved your top in the trailer.
Well, thank you so much. It's similar to the vibe of your dress,
Yeah.
I would totally wear that.
And I would totally wear your outfit, especially your socks. I love your socks. Yeah.
Perfect.
With that, I want to come to you
Yes.
because your production, before production, your character in that production is amazing. How did that happen? Who came up with that character?
Well, much like the most of the script, I wrote that bits, and I was inspired for some reason by Southern England. I just thought that the character needs to be a posh British person, even though I'm really bad at accents. But the character's name is Cressida Canterbury.
Oh, what a name.
So, yeah, right? Character.
Yeah.
But basically, the landlord's character just signifies the whole attitude of landlords in Amsterdam, housing in general, with their careless attitude. I want to say careless because they don't really care about what you do with your space. They don't really care about what you do on your free time, what you do in the house, as long as you don't really disturb the landlord's activity, especially in this case because the tenant is going to stay with the landlord.
Yes.
Uh,
I mean, stay with the landlord. We'll see.
It's a tent. Yeah,
It's a tent in a balcony.
Spoiler alert! It's a tent. But yeah, she just wants to not be disturbed and also preserve everything as it is inside the house. And it kind of is inspired by pretty much all a collection of all of the landlords that we knew as a crew. So we got bits and pieces from every landlord that we heard about, the horror stories, the myths, and everything. And this character came out.
That's great. This is a great character. I want to see her again. I love this character so much. But before moving forward, I first want to watch your trailer.
Yeah?
Yeah, let's do it.
Amsterdam's, well, obviously it hasn't been everything I thought it might be.
I can even drive you to places and I can be your second mom, but I can't offer you registration.
I must say, from bottom of my heart, thank you. And here's why. I know housing in Amsterdam is a problem, but housing in Amsterdam as a student is such a big problem. It's bigger than a normal situation. So I'm really happy that you just take this problem, made a mockumentary about it. But I also heard some stuff about your production. I heard you had some problems. So do you want to talk? You know what? Talk about it. Just talk about it.
Yeah, it's like conversational therapy, right?
Yeah, exactly. Pour it in.
So we had a pretty smoothly running production actually. Like we had some more problems, like small minor issues, like actors dropping out. It happens in every production.
Actors.
We replaced them, and it turned out to be really well. But on our second day, we had our filming finished, wrapped up even earlier than the schedule, and then me and my co-director, we went to a place to check out the footage and select which ones we want to use. But while we were trying to access the footage, some sort of glitch happened, and we lost all of our footage. So we were just staring at the computer, and we were like, what are we gonna do? 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 And basically it was like 4 hours of terror until we discovered a software where we could like plug in the SD card and just read it and recover the data that was overwritten. So we just did that, and then we managed at the end to recover all of the files, but it was pretty much like a 4-hour heart attack.
Well, it ended up good.
It ended up good. I'm so happy about the final
Congratulations
result.
that nothing happened to you
you.
during that time.
Thank
But
you.
speaking about problems, you also had some problems in the set, didn't
We
you?
did, yeah, because we filmed the entire production on the university campus because none of our homes were available to film in, and it was raining most of the time that we had to film. So we had 2 filming days, right? On the first one, we got a great room to film in, even though the lighting situation was not ideal because the weather kept changing, and
Bipolar.
the angles we shot in and everything, it didn't turn out the way we actually wanted it to. Sometimes it was more light, sometimes less light. But the second filming day, we did not get the same room because the university said, no, it's not available. So we had to opt for something else to film our challenge part, which was okay in the end. We made it work, but it was a bit of an issue.
But I'm glad you solved it because the end product from both of you are just amazing.
Well, thank you.
So congratulations again on that. But I'm going back to the housing problem because we don't have only one housing problem solver show. We have 2, but you put a spin on it,
Yep.
and I loved it. And I want to watch the trailer right now.
Let's do it.
So I'm Tara, and I'm looking for a roommate. Welcome to Roomies, a show where 3 students will battle it out for a room.
It's hard to find a room in Amsterdam, so I'm fighting for it.
I mean, I don't know what that was about. I don't know if it was because the guy was good looking. I don't know. I just felt like something was up. I am not drinking this.
Cheers.
Same. Aaron cheated actually.
What? How many bikes are there in Amsterdam?
Loved the idea. Loved everything about this.
Thank you.
Why nobody else came up with this before? It's crazy. But how did you come up with this idea?
It came really naturally. We had a Zoom meeting, and then we were all like, we're doing reality TV, and we focused on YouTube reality TV, which is more based on dares and challenges and then a big prize. And then we thought, what is one big problem in Amsterdam? Housing. So we decided to make a game show, and in the end, instead of winning money, you win a room.
It's just so crazy that like normally in these types of reality shows they give like a whole mansion or just like $1 billion. It's like no, you just gain a one room next to someone. And it's
Oh,
just
you still
beautiful.
need to pay for.
And you still
Yeah.
need to pay for it.
Yeah.
It's a scam. It's
You
a
just-
scamster.
Good
You just get to register. That's what you win.
But it's still fine. And then you ask, somebody asks a question. The host, your host asks a question in the trailer. And we didn't get good answer. How many bikes are in Amsterdam?
Well, you watch the show.
I watched the show, so we'll just ask it to
So-
guests. Nisa?
I mean, I'm just basically thinking Amsterdam has just over 1 million people, so 2 million max. 2 million.
2 million
2
from
million.
Nisa. Okay.
And I'm saying the Netherlands have 17 million people, so I'm thinking more like 7 million.
7 million. Okay. How about you, Diana?
Well, I would say many for sure, but like I don't really know because in my daily life I don't really see bikes anyway. So
Oh, you don't
yeah, I
bike?
don't know like what kind of people would actually use bikes. So yeah, no, I would
Right.
just say many, but just because I heard that from people.
You just
Yeah.
destroyed the whole Amsterdam. But it's still, we love you.
Thank
We
you.
adore you. Okay, so can we get the answer? Actually, you were pretty close.
Yeah, for sure.
So from the research that we did back then, it was 881,000.
You're kind of
Very close.
You're kind of there. And I just want to ask you, like a little bit personal. Would you join to this competition?
Yes.
Really? Would you
Yeah.
like, if you need a house? But what would you change about it? Like, yes, you did this, but what if you like look back now? What kind of a challenge you would add?
Well, funny you ask. We actually had to change one of the challenges,
Okay.
and I was kind of sad about it because the original last challenge was going to be fear pong instead of just reading the dares. And yeah, we based it on a YouTube channel. I think it's Cut. Yeah.
Got
Yeah, so we wanted to do that, but because we only had 15 minutes, we decided to make it shorter. And yeah, but I would definitely add that one because
Because you would
it
win?
looks really fun.
Would you win?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Well, you're quite confident. Well, I actually stole 2 questions from your show. And then I will explain this like ginger shot situation because there are ginger shots everywhere. And the reason is I will ask you 2 questions. You can drink the shot and then choose to not answer the question, but then you must answer the second question if you drink it before. Clear?
All right.
All right. First question is, what is the first note in your phone?
We don't have our phones.
Oh, I do. I have your phones.
Of course.
There you go.
Okay.
Came prepared.
All right. Yeah.
As always.
prepared.
Let's pick up mine. There you go.
So,
let's see.
Nisa, let's start with you.
Actually, my note is from Scamsterdam. It's about the final edit, and I made some. I gave some notes to our chief editor, editor-in-chief, and what I said was the cut on landlord scene is extremely sloppy.
And then you fixed it.
Yeah, of course.
Great,
Because,
awesome.
you know, landlord scene needs to be perfect.
Of course, it has you. And
Yeah.
perfect.
Star of the show.
Star show. Diana will cry. Diana, how about you? Why don't you read your message?
I think I'm gonna drink this one.
Oh.
Yeah, no, yeah, I think it's
Getting the
better.
easy way out. Just
Yeah.
drink it then. While she's drinking, sorry.
So mine is obviously very existential because look at me. It reads, notes I wrote and then forgot, like I do with a lot of things.
That's really deep.
So profound.
So, like, now I understand how this fashion and inspiration and passion is coming from. Like,
Now
it's
you know
just-
why I wear a blazer.
Yeah, no, I do. No, I do. Zoe, how about you?
Mine is really important. It's really deep.
Okay.
It's a shopping list
Oh,
that I
great.
made a few days ago.
Okay.
And some of the items are Hema, disposable cameras, Ethos, bronzer.
Okay, so second question is that could have been boring. The second question is fancy, so you must tell now. You don't have an escape. The second question is, what was the last time you got rejected?
I can answer that. Can I? I can, right?
I think you really want to answer that. Do you want to answer that?
Well, I mean, I never got rejected, and so
You
yeah.
never got rejected.
Yeah, that's my answer.
Can you give the mic to Zoe? Because we'll talk about rejection and you, and that's a whole another conversation. But I wanna talk with Zoe.
I'm gonna regret this, but I'm gonna take the shot.
Okay, go for it then.
Yeah.
Then, sorry. How
I
about
think
you?
it was when my dad left me.
Can I get your shot?
Sure, Chief. Go
Thank you
ahead.
so much.
Cheers.
I'll just drink yours because I feel like you deserve.
I feel like
to
you
see
need
that.
that boost.
Yeah, I need that boost. So, why don't you tell us your last rejection?
Whoa, that's spicy.
Is it? Yeah.
What she said.
Yeah. Please do tell us.
Well, so what happened was, and this is a housing rejection.
What? Why?
Bless you.
Why would you tell us a housing rejection?
It is a housing
There's
rejection.
nothing like spicy about that.
Because that's my last rejection.
Okay, then tell us
So-
about your rejection.
I just went to a viewing in a house in Nord. What?
Because it's worse than we
No,
imagined. It's the ginger shot.
You're acting so casual. You're dying.
Shots. I don't know what the fuss is about.
Go
You love
ahead.
shots?
Yeah, I
Of
love
course.
ginger shots.
Like other shots, whatever. Yeah. Yes, house rejection. You were saying.
Well, I was in a viewing in Nord, and we had like 5 more people in the flatmates, and nobody but me. Nobody but me spoke English in the room. So basically, I was trying to understand bits and pieces of Dutch that they were speaking like very fast, and I mean there were free drinks, so I got a little tipsy, went on the metro, went back home, and pretty much never heard from them. So I counted as a rejection. I mean, the rooms are filled at this point, so
I mean, you probably got rejected pretty hard, but you didn't even understand it. So
yeah,
That's
yeah.
fine.
At least you
Right.
got free
That's one
alcohol.
explanation.
it's one explanation for it. So from that, I want to go back to your miss. I've never get rejected before.
Well, yeah, I never got rejected in my life, so.
Diana, you got rejected so hard, the whole internet just canceled you.
I mean, I wouldn't consider them as the same thing, you know? Like,
Okay, you know what? I do. You know what? Let's just watch your trailer and then see if they're about things.
Enjoy.
Well, my name is Diana Rossi, and I was pretty much born to be. Please come in. And you and I are be best friends, right? Come in. You know, I just want people. I just want you to just really understand who I am. What is this? Cancel Diana Rossi's trending on Twitter? I am independent. Maybe not financially, but still.
You had fun with. Oh, okay, okay. Just go for it. I stopped asking questions about her. You really had fun with this production, didn't you?
I did. I mean, it was about me, so like, of
Yeah.
course it was gonna be fun.
What was the scream then?
The screen was?
Fun?
It was a moment, you know.
Moment.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, like I just found out I got cancelled. I
Oh,
didn't
it's
even
that
know
moment.
why, and yeah, you know, I just, you know, emotions. Yeah.
I mean, those emotions helped you actually, right? Because you are writing your second book.
I am writing my second book. You know, my first one recently came out.
Yes, it did.
Mine is on the way. And
Unfortunately.
yeah.
And then I read your book. It was awesome. And then it's just this irony in this show. I feel like I think you sense it too, but I think it's good for you, so you wouldn't really look at that really hard. But normally when someone is cancelled, they're cancelled. Like their life is ruined, their show is done, everything's gone, and then you write a new book and then you have a new season. Like, what's up?
Well, I mean, I'm clearly no normal person, you know, like I'm a star, so like of course that wouldn't impact me in the same way, like, come on. But yeah, anyway, you know, like it's part of the business. Good times, bad times. It's like, you know, like any sort of relationships really. So yeah, like as I went down, now I'm going up again. So yeah.
Alrighty, such a great life, isn't it?
Influential.
It really
Love
is.
it.
Yeah.
It is crazy.
I would recommend,
Influencers.
yeah.
Am I right? Right? Okay. Well, with that, any of you have a question?
Yeah, actually we do.
Oh, okay. Ask it away.
Which one was your favorite production?
Okay, so which one? And with that, actually, we are closing the program. We are bloopers for you. And then I hope you have a great week, and then see you soon. Bye.
So like, wow.
Hi. Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
It's my first year in Amsterdam, and now I'm studying sports management.
Cool.
What else? We should have discussed what am I going to say before.
Can we have some to sit down? Oh, yeah. I was the sound person when we were doing TV practices. Oh, sorry, film practices. It was so hard. It gets everything.
I think it's obvious by now. Okay, you guys. Oh, so sorry. Did you say something?
Are you ready, Adab?
It was
Try again.
Okay, my name is Diana Rossi. I was born to be a star.